together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today it is College Football Saturday, but you guys know what we like to do on Saturdays: baseball. Baseball on Saturdays is so much fun, especially during college football season because the lines are so soft. And I kind of want to see if I can put that to the test with CFL as well, because there's a game today in the CFL that I feel like the line wouldn't be that way if it was during baseball season and people actually were paying attention to CFL lines.
People don't pay attention to CFL in general, so go ahead.
I mean, when it's the escape away from baseball during the summer, sometimes people do. So there's that. I'm very interested in that. But we have a full baseball slate. We have the the Mercury and the Storm as well at the end of the show too. Only one game in that league. But we'll recap yesterday. Split out in the WNBA 1-1. Dream covered. Sparks did not. It's kind of a weird day. There was one spot I wanted, but I stayed off that 101, but it is what it is.
And I kept you off a loser too, so. Yes.
CFL, BC Lions +4 was a winner. They went outright against the was 10-1 Alouettes. Now they're 10-2. The Lions are back, people. The Lions are back. Nice little 2-0 college football sweep last night. Took the BYU Cougars +11 points. They turned around, looked at me, and said, "The hell with the points. They're going to win outright." It's 11-point dog, so nice little winner there. And the Duke Blue Devils +105, never in doubt. They win in overtime. How about that over there you got there, Tim?
I was about to say, I got the over.
Yeah. You got bailed out in that game so bad. It was
never in doubt.
That was a dead nuts under, and yeah.
I was never in doubt, dude. Come on.
Yeah. The NFL continues to treat me well. 2-0 in the NFL to start the year. Eagles money line winner there. I'm glad I stayed off the unders. Primetime unders were one of the better bets last year. They're 0-2 to start the year this year. So primetime unders, not what they were last year so far. And I have a feeling we've seen favorites and overs the first two games here. Get ready for dogs and unders here during Sunday and Monday. I think that's my initial thought is I'm going to look for some unders. I'm going to look for some underdogs on Sunday. And then baseball ended up going 5-2-2. I had 2 pushes yesterday, which is weird, but and 2 pushes and a postponement. So I originally had I was 5-2-2. So I had 10 plays and only 7 of them had like an actual win-loss result. The Cubbies, that was just poor. They had, I think, 1 hit. They got shut down by Luis Gil. I did not see that coming. Tip my cap to him. Reds Mets under 7.5. That was the first full game under I've lost this year. Full game unders have been awesome for me, and I'll talk about that as we recap later here. Philly run line. If only they were all that easy. The Phillies win 16-2. So there's that. White Sox, Red Sox, first 5 under 4.5, finished 1-1. The full game finished 3-1. I could have taken first 5 or full game unders there. And they would have hit. I somehow got the push. Toronto, Atlanta, first 5 under 4 was a push. The full game under was a winner because it was 3-1 in the top of the third, I want to say. And the game finished 3-1. So nice little winner there on the under. Minnesota, Kansas City, under 7.5, winner. Game finished 5-0. I'm glad I went with the under and not the Twins because and ended up being 5-0 Royals. Cole Reagan's shoved once again. I think that's the second straight under I've cashed in a Reagan start, because I think I had the first 5 under with Houston, KC, with Kikuchi and Reagan's last Saturday, and it was absolute cinema. Those two pitchers, I think, had 19 strikeouts combined in 5 innings. So there's that. I somehow pushed the Astros Diamondbacks under when Yordan Alvarez had not 1 but 2 3-run bombs in that game. So that was interesting there. Under 8 pushed, and ended the night with a Guardians money line winner plus 125. So overall, yesterday was an awesome day. 5-2-2 in baseball, 1-0, 1-0, or 2-0. Trying to do math in my head. It was what, 10-3-2 yesterday, up 7.20 units. Usually Fridays are a struggle for me. Yesterday was awesome. Hope to continue the run here. I was looking back after I had that 2-14 MLB run on Monday, Tuesday, I want to say. Since then, the last 3 days, I'm on a 21-5-5 run, up 19.30 units the last 3 days. So on a nice little run right now, hoping to keep that continuing into today, because it's a massive card with college football here.
Yeah, I'm finally back in the positives for CapperTek, which is nice, because at one point I was down like 20-something units, which rough. But I'm finally back in the positives for that. Happy to be so, and mostly I know it's probably a little bit, but I had the round robin on CapperTek yesterday, which gained me 15-point-something units off of Mets, Orioles, Phillies, all the win. That was nice. I put 2 units on all of those, kind of just went big on that round robin. So very happy with that one. I'm convinced I'm never going to win an NFL bet. I should stop fading Nick, because Nick's going to go undefeated. I had Green Bay last night. Of course, Jordan Love gets carted off the field late, and it is what it is.
Tim, that was with 1 play left. That was with 4 seconds left. Please don't give me that crap.
Hey, they could have scored a touchdown there. It is what it is. It is. You know what? Chalk hits the first 2 games. Hopefully, we actually see some dogs, and maybe the public gets hurt a little bit this weekend on Sunday. But ultimately, football, NFL is not good. College football split out, because I had the over in the SMU game. Which did not come close. The over in the Duke game was never in doubt. I like the over in the Duke game more. I know it's hindsight to say it now, but I did like that one more, because 37 was way too low of a total. I know it went to overtime, but way too low of a total for that. And then had a decent day in Counter-Strike, made some money there. WNBA was split out. One was plus money, one was minus money. So, but that round robin really, really helped me out yesterday. Baseball was really nice to me yesterday. So, back in the positives. I'm up 5.3 or something on CapperTek now, which all my what do you call it is out there already. College football is out there already. All my NFL plays are out on my CapperTek already. So if you guys are interested, go ahead over there. Follow me on CapperTek. You just need to make an account, and I'll give you a week worth of plays for free. And then after the week is over, depending on how we do, you guys can I'll send you guys exclusive deals on single days, 3 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, whatever you guys want. So all you gotta do is follow me over on CapperTek.
Same here.
We'll go to the chat. Michigan. No, I think Michigan gets blown out today. But to be fair, what's the line on Texas?
It's gone down to a 6.5 now.
I thought it went up. I thought it could. Oh yeah, it's back down to a 6.5. Because I was like, I got 6.5 early in the week. I felt good about it.
I got 7.5 with Michigan last night, and then I woke up this morning at 6.5.
Okay, so you got to go. Hey, you know what, Nick? Texas wins by 7, and we're both happy.
That's kind of what I think, but I I think the points are worth it because I see that I project it as a low scoring game. I think it's an under, if anything, for total wise.
Gotcha. Schwarber's heating up.
He just looked good. He's looked really good.
I got robbed on first half money line on BYU. I
won
wish
the
I
whole
went
game.
after BYU. It's a little bit annoying.
So, yeah, I'm 1-0 on Holton and their plays because I gave up BYU. Today it's Illinois, and then it's Colts and Jets.
Shamania just wins plain and simple. How about
Go.
that? How about that game last night, Nick? Mets run line, never in doubt.
Yeah, I lost with the under in that game, but I wasn't losing sleep over it.
Oh, that home run was beautiful for me. Because that got me the run line. Barkley is going to be a problem until he gets hurt. Hello, Timothy. Green Bay couldn't hang. At least Oakland wasn't too sweaty. What do you mean Green Bay couldn't hang? Wasn't that like a 6-point game?
Yeah, they look. Yeah, I think Green Bay is an overvalued commodity this year based on what we saw last year, and I think recency bias. People think that they're going to be really good this year. I see people picking Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Good job. Rough day in baseball. Are the Brewers a cash cow?
I would have to look. I've really not dove too much into the line movements and stuff like that for baseball here.
Yeah. Why would the Green Bay kick returner ever bring it out? I will say I did not watch the game.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
So, the Braves just love winning 3-1. Yeah, unfortunately, Toronto was useless to us, so that's great. Favorites have won both games. Must mean tomorrow is going to have no upsets.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my CapperTek. There's Nick's CapperTek. If you guys are interested, go over and follow both of us. Morning, everyone. Went 5-1 yesterday, 1-0 in baseball, 4-1 in international soccer friendlies. There you go. Dodgers bases loaded in the 8th, and Roberts decide to put out Chris Taylor. Did not watch that game.
Go Guardians. It's Gavin Day. It's Gavin Day, by the way. Gavin Williams pitches against the Dodgers tonight.
Good morning, Untouchable. Let's jump into some baseball, and this is a doubleheader today, Nick.
Yes, I moved on this game yesterday. Now I got to decide whether or not I'm going to go ahead and rebet it today because I had the Nationals money line yesterday. And I want to see if the markets are exactly the same as it was yesterday. But let's take a look here. We have DJ Hers and Luis Ortiz. Line opened up at a 115. It's now to a 116. So we have a 1 cent line movement towards Pittsburgh. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 105. It's still an 8.5 at minus 105. Let me get up the cash flow in this game here where let me switch to baseball. There we go. 74% of tickets and 78% of cash is on the Pirates. The line's moved a penny towards them. 95 and 94 to the over in this game here. We have for this pitching matchup. I did this yesterday and I don't have this pitching matchup because when I set up my spreadsheet, this game wasn't postponed yet. So I have nothing on this game. I'm not going to rebet it. I'm going to just stay off at this point. But I apologize. When I set up my spreadsheet last night, this was not postponed, and I never updated it this morning. So I got no pitcher stats for both these guys. If you want to hear a breakdown of this game, check out yesterday's show.
I will say I will attack this doubleheader. I'm taking Nationals both games. Get a little bit of plus money. I could easily see this one being a split, or I could see Washington winning both. This is a scrappy Nationals team. I like Hurds and I like Parker, and I think that they're going to get a win in at least one of the games. And I was able to get plus money on both games. That's the key. If I wasn't going to get plus money on Nationals in both games, I probably wouldn't have pulled the trigger. But because I was able to, whenever I play a doubleheader, it's either I bet both games or none of the games. And I decided, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's take the Nationals both games.
Good luck. Not a game I got involved with.
There you go. College football was rough for me last night. Was on the totals in the BYU SMU game. Yeah, that was rough. The under was killed once they turned over and fumbled it. Okay. Yeah, I was on the over.
I know exactly what play he was talking about. The quarterback ran with it, and they reviewed because he fumbled it, but his knee was down before they fumbled.
Heard. I know that I like that because, I mean, I had the over. So that was really nice for me, but sorry for you. I had said Nationals money line, but I low-key feel Luis Ortiz masterclass.
If I remember right, my numbers had him negatively regressing.
Okay. Pass on the Washington also today. I was on them last night, or you would have been on them last night. So, lean Pirates, the under, and happy Gavin Day, Nerfy and the Guardians. In first half.
I will be on the Guardians. We don't have a pitcher for the Dodgers yet, though, but I would love to back Gavin Williams against the Dodgers here.
I mean, you bet against every day, so that's not really surprising.
Yeah. No, but I like Gavin. But we'll get into the next matchup here. This one was one of the only games I got wrong yesterday in the MLB because I was on those Chicago Cubs. That was quite annoying. This line opened up at a 130. It's now a 140. Line opened up at a 7, minus 120. It's now a 7.5 at minus 120. Move towards the over and a move towards the Yankees. 82 and 85 is on 82% of tickets, 85% of cash on the Yankees. Lines move 10 cents towards them. 74% of tickets, 72% of the cash is on the over, and the lines move towards the over in this game here. We have the return of Clark Schmidt taking on Javier Assad. The last 30 days, a 3.29 ERA, 1.32 WHIP, 5.6 strikeouts per 9, which is 15%. 2.63 walks per 9, a 294 BABIP, a 4.36 FIP, and a 4.90 SIERA. As expected, with this total being as low as it is, we are seeing anywhere between 16 to 19 mile an hour winds blowing in. No surprise there. Clark Schmidt for the Yankees here makes his first start in a pretty long time. We last saw him in San Diego on May 26th. He gave up 1 earned runs on 3 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts in 5 innings pitched, and he got hurt. And we have not seen him since. And for me, the ultimate question for me is, what is Clark Schmidt going to look like in his first game back? And is that something I really want to bet on? Not really. Do I expect him to go far in this game? Not really. I think this game goes over the total a little bit here because Javier Assad has not looked good at Wrigley Field this year. If I remember right, his splits are nope, never mind. He pitches worse on the road than he does at home. 3-1 with a 2.30 ERA at home, with 4-3 with a 4.01 on the road. So I guess it's a stay off spot for me. I can only look over the total in this game.
I remember yesterday everybody loved the Cubs, and they got shut out. I was a little bit weary of them after throwing that no hitter, and I was kind of right on that one. I'm gonna go to the Cubs today. I feel like this is the better spot for the Cubs rather than yesterday. You got Clark Schmidt, who hasn't pitched in a while, and I think he could be a little bit rusty. So when it comes to it, that's gonna be kind of the angle I want to take on this one, is fading Schmidt, and a kind of a bounce back spot for the Cubbies after a rough game yesterday. So I'm taking the Cubs. I got plus 127 on the money line.
Good luck. Something tells me I kind of lean Yankees because I think Javier Assad can get hit a little bit. He's not a pitcher for the Cubs I trust personally.
That's fair. Nerfy for the Nats game. Yankees run line. If you're the Cubs, you have to win that game when the Yankees only score 3 runs, missed opportunity. Yankees minus 140. I really don't see if you can't look at yesterday like, oh, they had to win yesterday, so you fade them today. I don't think that makes sense. Our boy Zach Eflin revenge spot, Nerfy and the Orioles money line. Yes, I like the obviously I like the Orioles every day. Clark Schmidt is back. 7.5 went from plus 104 to minus 115. It's after the over.
I saw it opened up at 7.
There you go. No Sparty parties today.
Nope. I stayed off. I wanted Maryland a little bit.
Last time people faded Schmidt, coming back from an injury, he ended up getting the dub. Over. Oh, for the over. Okay, I got you. Let's go to that Baltimore game now.
Yeah, I'm going to keep looking at that over in the Yankee game. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it, though. Let's get into the next matchup here. The Baltimore Orioles and the Tampa Bay Rays. Line open up at a 162. It is now a 174. So a 12-cent line movement here towards the Orioles. Line opened up at an 8. Went down to a 7.5, down to a 7, back up to a 7.5. So we've had a half run line movement towards the under, and it's juiced towards the under at 7.5 there. We have 76% of tickets, 76% of cash on the over, and the lines move towards the under. Does make the under a little bit appealing in this game. And then we have 90% of tickets, 93% of cash on the Orioles, which makes sense that the line is moved towards them here in this spot. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup between Zach Eflin and Ryan Pepiot. Okay, my screen's going black because I went to a different tab. There we go. We have Pepiot 3.10 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 8.85 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 3.1 walks per 90, 286 BABIP, a 5.25 FIP, and a 4.32 SIERA. On the flip side, Zach Eflin's been really strong since returning from the injury. 0.9 ERA, 0.75 WHIP, 10.8 strikeouts per nine, which is 32%, 0.9 walks per 90, 255 BABIP, a 1.74 FIP, and a 2.56 SIERA. The bullpen edge does go towards Tampa. The hitting edge goes towards Baltimore. 103 WRC plus, which is 15th. The Rays, 29th, which against righties, 79 WRC plus. Ryan Pepiot has looked fine since returning from the spider bite. He gave up no earned runs against the Diamondbacks, a hot hitting Diamondbacks team. He limited a strong offense in Oakland to 2 runs, Seattle to 2 runs, and a pretty good offense in San Diego to 3 runs. And I think he can do the same with the Baltimore Orioles here in this spot. I think Pepiot pitches well in this game. And that's kind of what the markets are telling me. And the markets are also telling me Eflin pitches well too, because the line's moving towards the Orioles and the line's dropping. It went from an 8 to a down to a 7.5. The Rays are a team where I like their full game unders because their bullpens are usually strong. They have one of the better bullpens in baseball the last 30 days. And on the flip side, their bats do not scare me. So I think this is under the total for me in this game. I'm going right back to another under. I was on a bunch of unders yesterday. All but the Mets one came through. So I think I'm going to go back to another under here to start my day. And I can get 7.5 minus 120 on ESPN bet. Under 7.5 for me here.
Yeah, you already know where I'm going. I'm on the Orioles again, and I'm just going to keep running with it. I've been backing it every single day. Cashed yesterday. That was a really good game pitched by Dean Kramer yesterday. I'll give him that. He was throwing a no-hitter for like 5 1/3, 5 2/3. So I'm gonna keep riding with Baltimore. They've been making money all year. Orioles every single day.
Yeah, under 7.5 minus 120 for me. Under 7.5 minus 120.
Under, wind is blowing in like crazy.
That's for the Cubbies game, I believe.
Probably. I'm on Maryland and Air Force.
I was looking a little San Jose, but I didn't play that game. And I lean Maryland too.
I kind of lean Maryland. Air Force. I could see Air Force. I don't know if Air Force is necessarily supposed to be good this year, though.
I don't think they're as good as last year.
I really like love fading pitchers who have faced their own teams. On the flip side, I like back on the Orioles, even though they ain't covered my 2.5 yesterday. My computer's being a little slow. Toledo spread. Not gonna tell you. Not gonna talk you off of it. And I don't like the move from fave to dog for ECU. Took money line in the under before that shift earlier this week.
They opened up as a dog. They opened up as 2.5-point dogs, moved to 2.5-point favorites.
I don't think it's
and
going to
now
matter.
2-point dogs.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to matter all too much. Baltimore smash. I hope so. I'm on Tampa Island, and I'm fine with that. Raise up. Rays burned me yesterday, though. This is a system play. That's fair. Am I crazy to think New Mexico State spread at home versus Liberty? No.
Huh.
I'm actually going to add Maryland real quick. I'm going to add Maryland to my CapperTek. Are the O's starting to heat up again? Yes. I love when the cream rises to the top like it did last night. Hell yeah. Love it. No, Rays isn't the same. Need read cash. To Maryland today. Yes, I'm currently betting Maryland as we speak. I just gotta find it on here. Oh, well, I'm on the wrong side. Put it on here. Maryland. Yep, grab Maryland minus 8.5. Better than that. All right. Donovan Edwards yards today. I don't know the players, so I don't bother with player props. I will tell you that. Arizona spread or dog because I like that line's dramatically dropped. If you're saying states, I'm going to automatically assume. So I'm going to assume you're talking the Arizona. I'm not gonna bet that game. Texas minus 6.5 is trending. Took Michigan money line. Well, okay. Then my Texas play is a loser. Glad I jumped on it early. Logan Ward over 7.5 kicking points. I want to take the dog, Northern Arizona. Not going to talk you off of it. I'm on Maryland money line, and everyone says I'm crazy. You're not crazy. I'm just on Texas. New Mexico State. Nebraska. I like Nebraska. New Mexico State, I'm not going to talk you off of. Is Tim lagging or is it just me?
He's lagging.
All right. I'm going to restart my computer then. Ohio State and the Ohio Bobcats.
I was looking at Western Michigan in that game.
Let me restart my computer.
Yep. I was looking at Western Michigan a little bit there, and Ohio. Who's Ohio playing? I took South Alabama in that game. I took South Alabama money line at minus 120. So I'm against those Bobcats in that one there. Under in the Texas game, I took Michigan because I kind of do lean under in that game. I did not want to bet the total, but I kind of do lean under in that game. And I think that if it's going to be an under game, Michigan's going to cover. Buckeyes Nation. I like South Alabama. Me too. I took those Jaguars for that one. What a matchup this one was last night, though. We have the Detroit Tigers and the Oakland Athletics. This Oakland A's team has been so much fun. I'm so glad I stayed off that game yesterday because I like the under in that game, and I would have been pissed losing that game in extra innings because that's why I always advocated for first 5 unders because I'm well aware that extra innings tend to be under killers. But let's take a look at this matchup here as we have Herder taking on Basso. What type of pitching matchup was this? Yeah, it's Herder and then Basso, which I don't know if I have any stats for. Nope. When I type in Boss, it's only Bassett. So we have a pitcher that hasn't pitched at all versus Herder, who is probably a bullpen game. Line opened up 108, it's now 107. Line opened up in an 8 at minus 110, it's now an 8 at minus 120. In this game, we have 43% of the tickets and 83% of the cash flows on the Tigers in this game. And we have 82 and 82 on the over. On this one here, Herder, I don't know if he's going to go far in this game. Will he? Yeah, he went 5 innings in his last start. He's gone 5 innings his last couple starts. He has a 3.65 ERA, 0.97 WHIP the last 30 days, 8.39 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%, 1.09 walks per nine, a 257 BABIP with 3.27 FIP and a 3.11 SIERA. It's a bullpen game for the Oakland A's. Brady Basso, he's pitched 3 times this year. His last appearance was on June 16th. He went 2 innings, gave up 2 earned runs on 3 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts against the Minnesota Twins. Previous to that, he went a third of an inning, and he went 1 whole inning on June 2nd and May 31st. He was 16th round pick in 2019 by Oakland, 494th overall. Where did he come out of there? Brady Basso, where did he go to college? Or was he out of high school? Let's see. College, amateur, and minor league stats. He was trying to figure that. He was he pitched for Oklahoma State. He was an Okie State Cowboy and got drafted 16th round. I don't expect much from Brady Basso. I don't know what to expect from this game. The markets are not really helping me out too much in this game. Maybe it's an over because we just saw these 2 teams tax through bullpens, and this probably will be a little bit more of a bullpen game again. And when we take a look at bullpen usage last night, it was probably a decent amount. So let me go ahead and that bullpen looks taxed. Maybe this is an over. Ross Stripling threw 47 pitches on Wednesday. He was the only one that didn't pitch. Grant Holman threw 31. Otanes threw 14, but he threw 18 the game before. Ferguson has thrown 30 the last 2 days. He threw 13 yesterday. Mason Miller threw 30. Hogan Harris threw 28. Scott Alexander's worked back-to-back days. He threw 17 and 10. And McFarland's threw 10 and 5 the last 2 days. This is a taxed Oakland bullpen going through a bullpen day. Maybe this isn't over. Maybe I just go over the total here, over at 8. I mean, this market's moved towards the over in this game. And I feel like this is Detroit too, a little bit potentially. It's a 1 cent line movement towards Detroit with, I believe, the big bets on Detroit, 43% of tickets, 83% cash on them. What's stopping us from taking Detroit in the over in this game?
I'm not going to touch total. By the way, hopefully I'm a little bit less laggy. I'm not going to touch a total in this game, but I am going to grab the Tigers. That's NFL. Can I please get to this? I am going to grab the Tigers. I just want to see whether or not I want to jump on them. It won't give me the run line. I'm going to just jump on their money line here. I know it's a little bit of a short line and people could kind of see it that way, but let's be honest here. The Athletics are the better team, so it makes sense why this game's a pick'em.
Are they?
As crazy as I think they are. I think the Oakland Athletics are the better team over the Tigers for the second half, at least. Because the
Oakland Athletics have been one of the Tigers have been one of the better teams in baseball the last couple months.
The Oakland Athletics have been the best team in the American League since the All-Star break.
Oh, wow. Okay. Never mind then. I think the Tigers have got to be third or fourth, right?
I believe Tigers are – actually, I believe it was Houston, Oakland, Detroit. So, I'm on the Tigers, though, today. I got plus 102.
I am going to fade this taxed Oakland bullpen. I'm taking the Detroit Tigers at minus 105, and I took the over 8 at minus 120. So that's where I'm going for this one here.
There you go. Where did you leave off? Because I was gone fixing my computer.
It says 14.
Under in the Texas game? Did you get to that one?
No, it's that one. Sorry.
Oh. If the A's played like this in the beginning of the year, they'd be in contention. Yeah, they would be. Unfortunately for them, they got off to a very slow start, and that didn't work out for them. So, but yeah, they have the potential to be a very scrappy team. A's run line, Oakland, mighty A's of Oakland. Now, I know we're going to end up keeping an eye out. Eventually, when Oakland plays their last game in Oakland, I'll be on them that day.
Yep.
But we'll see. I need to keep an eye on when that is. Pass. Oh, shit. Thank you, Nick, for saving me money. Did you tell him that he could switch to Geico and save 15% or more on car insurance?
No, he said he was looking at Oakland, but then I went over the tax bullpen that they have.
Heard. Tigers, what did I miss? Nothing. Under Tigers' best pitching. Yeah, they have a good pitching staff. Tigers are better. It's close. Tigers, Michigan parlay. No. App State today, outright.
I got 16. I laid 16.5 with Clemson.
I am on App State. I am on App State with you today. My mouse is going. Okay. I said it weeks ago. Yes, we know you said the Tigers pitching staff was one of the best in baseball. Let's head to the hottest team in baseball, Nick.
Yeah, we have the New York Mets minus 155 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. OMG, what a game last night. Mark Vientos with the walk-off home run. I unfortunately lost the under in that game.
Was it
not
because
going
of
to
the two-run homer?
Huh?
Was it because of the two-run shot?
No, when it was 4-4, because I had under 7.5. I expected Fernando Cruz to go further in that game, honestly. I liked Fernando Cruz. I thought it was going to go more than a one inning, so that was kind of annoying there. But I mean, the bullpen days didn't do bad. It's just that was probably just too low of a total for me to take an under with. We have Jose Quintana versus Jacob Junis, or whatever his name is. This one here. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's now 113 to the over. Line opened up at a 155. It's down 153. It's down to a 149 for the Mets. So we even moved towards the Reds, and we even move towards the over in this game here. 84% of the tickets, 84% of the cash is on the over. 85% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the Mets, and the lines move slightly towards the Reds, telling me that the Reds are live in this game. Let me get up Jacob Junis' stats because it was undecided when I typed this in yesterday. Quintana's not been very good. That's one thing that I have noticed is Quintana has kind of struggled a little bit as of late. 5.67 ERA, 1.56 WHIP, 6 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 4.33 walks per nine, a 298 BABIP, a 5.45 FIP, and a 5.42 SIERA. Jacob Junis, I'm trying to figure out how much he has thrown lately because he's actually not looked bad. A 1.59 ERA, 0.53 WHIP, 6.35.
He's a bullpen pitcher.
He's a bullpen guy, yeah. He went 3 2/3 in his last start. Yep. He went 3 2/3 in his last start. He went 4 innings in his previous start. They're starting to stretch him out a little bit. If I remember right, he was somebody who went 5 innings or whatever with the Giants a couple years ago. Like he was somebody who was stretched out and could pitch decent into games. And with the Royals as well. I think he can pitch well in this game. Let's get into the bullpen edge. Which is towards the Mets in this game. The hitting edge is with the Mets as well. 111 WRC plus, which is 10th, compared to 91, which is 20th. I think Quintana is vulnerable in this game, in this spot. And I think Junis can pitch okay in this game. And the way I would like to look at this game, and I've got to figure out if I'm moving on it or not, but I think that the Reds are alive in the first 5 innings. Is the way I would look at this game. I don't trust the Reds full game because their bullpen has struggled a little bit as of late. But on the flip side, let me take a look real quick at the usages for these bullpens because Diaz threw 14, Reed Garrett threw 16, Jose Butto threw 14. Maton, Stanek, Young, Danny Young, Alex Young, and Brazaban are all available today. And honestly, probably so is Diaz, probably so is Garrett, probably so is Butto because none of them threw more than 20 pitches. Maybe Diaz because he threw 16 on Wednesday. He's thrown 30 pitches in the last 3 days. Maybe isn't available today, but I'm assuming they would pitch him. This Reds bullpen, though, Brent Suter threw 45 pitches on Wednesday. Tony Santillan has thrown 38 pitches the last 2 days. He threw 12 yesterday, 26 the day before. Alexis Diaz, 26 the last 2 games, 14 and 12. Pagan threw 20. Cruz threw 20. Cruz probably won't be available. Buck Farmer threw 14 yesterday. He'll be available. Justin Wilson threw 8. He'll be available. Sam Moll and Carson Spires are probably available as well. I lean Reds first 5 in this game. I want to see it. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it, but I can only look towards Cincy early in this game.
Yeah, I've been riding this Mets throughout the entire streak, so I've made money on them, so I feel like I can keep betting them. I took their run line, so be it. They've won 8 games in a row. They've looked good doing it. I'm not as worried with Quintana because I do think Quintana can get the job done. By the way, in this 8-game winning streak, the last 7 games, they've won by the run line. So the Mets are winning and covering, and I think they stay hot today. I tried yesterday with JD Martinez props. I took him over 1.5 bases because it was his first game back since becoming a girl dad. Did not work out entirely the way I wanted it to, but I would look towards the Mets here. Maybe some Lindor props, maybe some JD Martinez props, maybe going back to Vientos could be interesting. I think the Mets take care of business again.
Minus 120 for that actually is kind of appealing. Reds team total over 3.5 is minus 120. I'm going to move on that. Me and the Reds team total over, bet 365. Reds team total over minus 120. I'm going to stick with my statement that Jose Quintana is vulnerable in this game.
Okay. Should we expect an upset in the Georgia Tech game?
I kind of think so. I lean Syracuse in that game. I took the over in that game.
I did take Syracuse. This game is an over 0 bullpens. Let's go Mets. Go Mets. Nerfy and the Mets. What's up, fellas? I've live bet the Mets when they were 4-4. Really enjoyed the sweat. Not really. Hey, that was definitely a fun game. Temple. You like Temple today? I don't know if I could ever advocate for Temple, but that's just me. I was looking at that. Mets on an 8-game winning streak. Yes, they're hot right now. Mets run line. Yep. And I'm not going to get on the toes of the Mets because if they do, I lose. Good. Stay off of it. How this team wins boggles my mind. I don't know what.
I mean, if you look at them the last 81 games, they're winning at a 104-game pace. They're a good baseball team. Like it or not, the Mets over the last 81 games are a 104-win baseball team on pace. They're 52 and 39. 52 and 29. 52 and 29. 104-win baseball team.
They're playing well right now.
Yep.
Word. The Reds bullpen has got to be taxed. I believe both. Oh, yeah, the Reds might be a little bit more taxed than the Mets, though. Mets can't lose no more if they want to make the playoffs. That or they need Atlanta to start losing more. When you win 8 games in a row, you're doing something right. 2 ECU clowns here. Haha, biggest homers of all time.
I did not bet them. Did I ever give out ECU?
I have them today, but that's just a personal play.
I leaned Old Dominion in this game.
I think this guy's just trying to get attention. I'm gonna get off him. He's just trying to get attention. David Peterson should be an all-star. He was injured to begin the year. That's why he wasn't. I think teams feel bad for the Mets and let them win. I think you're an idiot. Mets in the over. Reds team total over 3.5 lock. And we know I say lock. It's a lock. Nick copying 446. Reds don't hit lefties, in my opinion.
They're slightly below average.
Arkansas. You like Arkansas outright. I was looking towards Oklahoma State. I think I bet. No, I'm sorry. I bet Oklahoma State. And Auburn. I'm not going to talk you off of Auburn. All the games you pick Temple. Out of all the games you picked Temple. Oh no, I was on the total for the Temple Rutgers game. I gotcha. I'm never really touching sides. Yeah, I don't blame you. Untouchable. Let's go on. Let's do it. All right, Nick. I already put this play up.
Yep. I'm going to need to bet it after this breakdown. Let's get into it though. If only they were all this easy, the way it was last night. We have the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Minus 230 for the Phillies, total of 8.5 in this game. The 16-2 win was very nice. We have Aaron Nola versus McLaughlin. Line opened up 225. It's 235 now. Line opened up 8.5 even money. It's still an 8.5 at even money. We have 82% of the tickets. 75% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line's dropping. Or no, the line's not moved. I apologize. The line's not moved. 92 and 95 is on the Phillies in this game here. Aaron Nola, 2.10 ERA, 1.37 whip, 8.4 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%. 2.7 walks per nine, a 329 BABIP, a 405 FIP, and a 4.12 SIERA. On the flip side, McConaughey? I don't know. 4 ERA, 1.33 whip, 7 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%. 1 walk per nine, a 333 BABIP, a 4.41 FIP, and a 406 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Phillies. Hitting edge goes towards the Phillies. 107 WRC plus, which is 13th, compared to 102, which is 16th. Philly run line for me, and I'm moving on.
Yeah, I know it was expensive. On CapperTek, it was minus 130. I did 2.5 on the site.
Yeah.
At plus 110. Because I felt like that was a little bit better value. So yeah, Philly, even though I know it's they have to bounce back. No, that bounce back spots are for good teams. The Marlins are dog shit. Fading them every single day. Gonna keep riding with that. Texas, Michigan under.
Fair.
Philly minus 4. Schwarber home run. I could see that. He's a Yankee fan. 446 is a Yankees fan. He does not like the Mets.
I've never seen someone more obsessed with the quote unquote little brother before.
Aaron Nola, though, yep. Philadelphia smash. The Phillies are in need to sweep the Marlins. I believe if they sweep, they pretty much got the division locked up.
They've already got the division regardless.
Yeah. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Yeah, there is one thing that Philadelphia is still playing for, though, and that's they're trying to fight off the Brewers for the bye. Yeah. Is what they're trying to fight, and they're trying to fight with the Dodgers for the number 1 seed. So they've still got something to play for. Let's get into this one, though. Thank you, Astros, yesterday for getting the Mets within a game and a half of the Diamondbacks. So if there's another team in play that the Mets can pass, because we know the Braves don't lose baseball games anymore. Now, do I want the Mets versus the Padres in the first round of the playoffs? Absolutely not. I want to see the Mets play the Padres in the CS, not the wild card round. But that's beyond the point. Let's get into it here. The Astros are minus 155 favorites, total of 8 in this game. We have Yusei Kikuchi taking on Eduardo Rodriguez. Line opened up at a 155. It's down to a 154. Did get up to a 167 at one point. Line opened up at an 8 at minus 110. It's now an 8 at minus 122. We'll move towards the over here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 88% of tickets, 80% of cash is on the Astros, 80 and 81 on the over in this game. Telling me Kikuchi is vulnerable a little bit in this game, which is interesting because Rodriguez's numbers are terrible. Kikuchi's are great. Rodriguez, 5.33 ERA, 1.38 whip, 6.04 strikeouts per nine, which is 15%, 2.49 walks per nine, a 293 BABIP, a 4.73 FIP, and a 4.87 SIERA. On the flip side, Yusei Kikuchi, 2.45 ERA, 1.92 whip, 11.05 strikeouts per nine, which is 31%, 2.15 walks per nine, a 239 BABIP, a 2.78 FIP, and a 2.97 Sierra. It's amazing what a change in scenery can do for a player. Kikuchi looks like a totally different pitcher in Houston. The bullpen edge goes towards Arizona. The hitting edge goes towards Arizona. 123 WRC plus, which is second, compared to 115, which is fifth. I'm not moving on this game. I don't have too much of a feel on it. I guess I lean over the total because the markets are telling me Kikuchi could get hit in this game. And if Kikuchi's going to get hit, I absolutely think Rodriguez gets hit. Because my cap for this game is Rodriguez is the worst of the two pitchers. So if the market is telling me the other pitcher is going to get hit as well, it's going to have me lean towards the over in this game. Am I getting involved with it though?
I'm on the over, so that's kind of nice to hear. I think Eduardo Rodriguez gets smashed. I'm not as hung up on Kikuchi. I don't really know what we're really going to get out of him. Obviously, he's had a good stretch with the Astros, so good for him. But I think he gets hit a little bit because Arizona's offense is still there. So it's just not a team that I'm necessarily wanting to fade all that much. Although I did say I leaned towards the Astros yesterday, and they did win and cover. I would lean towards the Astros today. I got the over. I got 8.5 at even money.
Fair.
No, I'm saying that because they are the Mets. All right. Yeah, he does not like the Mets. I'm going back to my two-teamer, Phillies and Mets. I like it. D-backs smash spot. I don't think so. Houston money line. Arizona pitching is suspect. I don't think they're pitching.
Their bullpen isn't. They're starting pitchers. I think this could be a game where actually this is going to sound weird because I'm usually the opposite of this. If anything, I think this might be a first five over rather than a full game over. But yet it's moved 3 cents towards the under first five, and it's moved towards the over full game. That's interesting there. So they're saying that the starters pitch well, but the Astros get to the Astros bullpen today, which makes sense. Kikuchi, they project so the lines move towards the under first five, but the over full game tells me Kikuchi pitches well in the first five, but they get to the bullpen full game.
Hurt.
So a live over.
Yes, I'm on the over. Yes, finally got some money back from the Astros, like the Astros team total over. Yeah. Astros again. Carroll hit, McCarthy hit. Good luck. That's a very good point, Earle. Earle, Philly needs that best record, especially if they play the Dodgers. If the Dodgers make it that far.
Because if the Phillies play a 7-game series against the Dodgers, they lose. If the Dodgers have the home field advantage. If they get to play Game 7 in the bank, the Phillies are winning that series.
Framber Valdez win yesterday.
Nice.
Kikuchi has been dealing. I expect same, I believe, similar as yesterday. Framber has gone 7 innings in 6 out of his last 8 starts, allowing 1 run or less in 7 out of the last 8 home starts. There you go.
He's the clear and obvious Game 1 starter for me.
Yeah, real amazing how these pitchers do a turnaround when they go to Houston. Houston's got a very good pitching staff. Like
they've got a hell of a pitching factory in Houston. And the one thing I've noticed with Kikuchi is I think he was throwing his curveball less. I think they've cut his curveball usage down from like 17% to like 8% or something like that. They're having him throw his cutter more and his fastball more. And it's getting more whiffs. It's getting more strikeouts, and he's looked better. So I know you're trying to implement, they're cheating or something. No, they just changed his pitch usage and have him throw certain pitches more that were having better success than others.
There you go. Here's some horse racing stuff. I personally don't bet horses, but Made in Focus knows what he's doing, so get it. The Snakes are doing what the Mets usually do. Why is every comment about the Mets, and why is it always negative? How about Astros first 5?
I can see that.
Sure. Cooch is due for a bad outing. He's not as good as he's been. I can see that.
I can see that. Against this Diamondbacks team as well, they hit lefties really well. So I can absolutely see the Diamondbacks getting to Kikuchi here. So I don't hate that look there. Is there a more relevant game on the board than this one? The Texas Rangers and the LA Angels, -135 for the Rangers, total of 8.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where we had this line open up at a 130 for the Rangers. It's a 137 now. So we have a 7-cent line movement here towards Texas. Line open up at an 8.5, -115. It is now an 8.5 and -112. So move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one, where we have 78% of tickets, 71% of cash on the Rangers. The line's moving towards them. 77 and 79 on the over, and the line's moving towards the under in this game here. We have Tyler Anderson and Jack Leiter, your pitching matchup here. Both these pitchers have been terrible. Anderson, 6.08 ERA, 1.65 whip. They should have really traded him at the deadline after that All-Star appearance. 7.76 strikeouts per nine, which is 19%, 4.73 walks per nine, a 309 BABIP, a 5.59 FIP, and a 505 SIERA. On the flip side, Jack Leiter, 7 ERA, 1.67 whip, 6 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%, 2 walks per nine, a 382 BABIP, a 2.52 FIP, and a 4.48 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Angels. Hitting edge goes towards the Angels. 74 WRC plus, which is 30th, compared to 71, which is 26th. I don't agree with this line moving towards the Rangers in this game. I would only look Angels in this spot. They have the starting pitching edge. They have the bullpen edge. They have the hitting edge. The public is on the Rangers and the line moving towards the Angels. So I guess at the very least, or the line moving towards the Rangers, but it looks like just public money doing that. I would only look Angels in this matchup if I'm looking at the side. And these pitchers don't give me any confidence in an under. These offenses give me no confidence in an over. These are two of the worst offenses in baseball. And these are two really bad pitchers, though. Well, Anderson was an all-star, but he's definitely negatively regressed over the last 30 days. And Jack Leiter, I think, is a gas can. I remember he was really strong with Vanderbilt. He's not a Major League Baseball pitcher. He's just not. So for me, it's Angels or nothing, and that's the only way I'm looking on this game.
This was one of the easier games to press the 1-800-GAMBLER button and move on. Just not a game I felt like I need to get involved in. There's plenty of games on today's card. So no, this one's a complete and total stay away spot. Didn't even come close to betting it. Texans tomorrow. Nope. LL. Stroud should lead the NFL in passing this year. Or he could be horrible.
I think it's a sophomore slump.
We'll see.
And I haven't moved on it. For futures wise, I have bet a few futures. I have the Colts to win the division at plus 330. I would, and I feel like betting the Colts to win the division kind of covers me on this. I want to bet the Texans under their win total, and I want to bet the Texans to miss the playoffs.
Yeah,
because I think the hype is way too high on them.
I agree. I see an over in the Rangers game. Pass. Under, both teams can't hit.
Yeah, but do you trust either of these pitchers to have a good start? That's my concern. Yeah, I would love an under in this game. Yeah, give me a first five under, give me a full game under in this game. I can't trust these pitchers.
On positivity, Mets have the best food at Citi Field. Well, they're the only team that plays at Citi Field. Laughing. What a wide receiver group. Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, and Tank Dell.
Diggs is cancer.
I think Diggs is going to be bad for the team, but that's just me. Angels, plus 128. Anderson's good. I don't think Anderson's good. That person on the money line. Al Leader's a bust. Angels win. For those who must bet. Al Leader also good at under.
No, he's
maybe
not.
No, he's sorry. No,
Leader's been
I didn't look at this game at all. I'm tripping. I'm thinking the other Rangers pitcher. Gotcha. Let's go to the next game, Nick.
Yeah, big line here. And I'm glad I stayed off of yesterday's game because I like the Rockies' first 5+1/2, and that would have infuriated me because it was 1-0 at the end of 5 innings for Milwaukee. In the top of the 6th, the Rockies hit a 3-run home run. So I would have been pissed if I had the Rockies' first 5+1/2 or money line, and they did all their scoring in the 6th inning yesterday. We have Ty Block taking on Tobias Myers. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's now down to an 8. Line opened up at a 265. It's up to a 275 in this game here. 91% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Brewers. Line moving towards them. 62% of tickets, 72% of cash on the over. Line moving towards the under in this game here. We have Tobias Myers taking on Ty Block. I did not have Ty Block listed for when I was typing in the game. So let me grab his numbers real quick because I think I have a little bit of an interest in this game, Tim. And I think we're going to have a little bit of an interest in this game. But Ty Block has been absolutely dreadful. His stats are like ballooned terrible. I want to see how much he's actually pitched because he has an 11.25 ERA the last 30 days, and that's because he's pitched once in the last 30 days. On September 1st, he gave up 5 earned runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and 4 innings against the Orioles in that 6-1 loss. So he looked bad. Tobias Myers, 2.93 ERA, 1.30 whip, 8.46 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 2.6 walks per 9, a 305 BABIP, a 358 FIP, and a 4.14 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Brewers. The hitting edge goes towards the Brewers, 111 WRC plus, which is 7th, compared to 91, which is 26th. I would like to take a look real quick at this here, because I believe we have okay. In a few spots, it's getting up to the max here, but at the moment it's not. There is a cow grazing through the field with a beer in his hand because the Brewers are a cash cow spot here.
Sounds good. That's all I needed to hear. I'm gonna grab their -2 at -107. Or no, I can grab -125 on the run line. That's fine.
I was going to say, I'm seeing 130 on ESPN bet.
Yep, grabbing the Brewers. The cash cow spots. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep rolling with the cash cows. They've been rocking and rolling all year, so no point in getting off of them now. Home team in between 180 and 280. Line moving towards them, money all over them, public's all over them, and they cash. So cash cow spot, Milwaukee Brewers today.
I like it.
To the chat, Nick?
Let's see here. Yep. Anderson was good. Yeah. Over 8. Brewers run line. Cash cow. Yep. Cash cow. Are the Brewers a cash cow? Yep. Tobias is on my fade list. No way. The Mariners and Myers should be the Brewers and Myers should be -200. Brewers and Tigers strike me out. Stress me out, not strike me out. Stress me out. I can't read this morning. It's the Rockies, though, Fern. They can't hit on the road. Fair. And they're coming in off of a loss. I like them coming in off of a loss here, the Brewers. Brewers run line, time to start winning games. Yep, they're a couple games behind the Dodgers and the Phillies for a bye, and I think they're going to continue to push for it. If anything, over in the Brewers game. Fair. The Rangers pitcher I was thinking of was Cody Bradford. Fair. Spotted cow. No, the cow is just holding a beer. So yeah. Gotta like the Astros first 5. Erod has not been sharp at all. Save for one start versus the Marlins. Save for who are terrible versus lefties. Yep. There's no way in hell the Brewers are a -265. They are. If you don't like it, you can grab the other way. I got to take the White Sox money line tonight. Huge advantage. We will talk about them in a couple games. I agree. I gave it out on Picks and Parleys last night. We'll get into that, though. I like the White Sox today. So do I. look what happened yesterday, Robert, even with a stacked lineup. I think they bounced back today. Bounce backs are for good teams. Brewers are a good team. I did a 3-team alt Texas 38.5. -1.5. First half -1.5 for Atlantic, and first half under in Rutgers. Good luck. What's one of the few big underdogs to win outright today in college?
App.
How big of a dog are you looking for? Because I think South Carolina can go in there and beat Kentucky. I think Sam Houston could put a little bit of a scare in the UCF. I don't know about winning outright, but I think the Huskies of NIU are going to give Notre Dame a scare today. Notre Dame coming in off of the big win versus Texas A&M. Now they head home against a lowly NIU team. I think they're very live. I took the points with NIU. I will say they're the big underdogs that I would take a shot with. Spotted Cow is a beer company in Wisconsin. I did not know that. Cool. And who's a big public dog who's the dog that the public is on? That's a great question. I feel like there was a couple. I think the most public dog that I saw was Marshall against Virginia Tech, who just lost outright to who do you call it?
Vanderbilt.
Who just lost outright to Vanderbilt. That was the most public dog I saw. I can go scroll through Action Network and tell you which dog has the most bets on them, but I don't know yet. Brewers, Phillies, moneyline parlay. Don't hate that. We used to you guys not reading, but we love entertainment. Yeah. Reading's not my best. That's why I do numbers. Let's try 2 + 200 or more. Okay. Michigan. I think Michigan went outright. And I know a lot of people are not going to like this. I think NC State can win outright too. I've seen everybody and their mom on Tennessee. I'm waiting for that to hit a 10, though. I'm waiting for that to hit a 10, and I'm going to grab +10. So we'll see there. Cubs are a public dog today. I remember seeing a decent amount of tickets on the Yankees, but the line's moving towards the Yankees. So, no, I wouldn't say they're not public today. Happy Fade Jack Leiter Day. There you go. Dog Project yesterday, -1.5 reverse. Went 3-9, down 0.45 units. Didn't get down on the Brewers or the O's game. And the Nats game was postponed. Not terrible, though. Fair. Michigan State beats Maryland as a dog.
No.
Did Earle say UConn beats Notre Dame? Cancel the show. No. Northern Illinois. And I'm not saying they went outright. I say they put a scare in Notre Dame. I think that's a single-digit game.
I have Northern Dame to win the Natty, so.
Fair. I think Notre Dame wins the game, obviously. But I think NIU gives them a scare. Bunch of boosts on Fanatics. Let's get it. There you go. Did you guys graduate high school? Yes, I'm in my senior year of college. Reading is not my forte. Who got a solid over or team total over? If you're looking for baseball, I like the over in the Detroit-Oakland game. I like the Reds team total over for that. I took the over in the Syracuse game. I took an over in the Arkansas game. I think that was the only 2 overs I got to, though. I just took primarily a ton of sides. Pitt Cincinnati over. I like that too. Later was so good at Vanderbilt and did improve last time out before eventually tanking late. Maybe he's finally starting to come around a little bit, but it's still an auto fade until further notice. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Northern Illinois, just as bad as UConn. Yeah, probably. I define public dog by sharp money coming in. Public always sides with the favorite. Fair. I have a sweat 3 token. What's a non-advocated 3-teamer in college football for late nights +400 or more? For the late night games, for the night games, so the later games, I would go with how late? Because I would go with Texas Tech. I would go with Virginia. And I would go with Clemson. Maybe Clemson, Virginia, Texas Tech money lines. Throw Oregon in there if that doesn't get you the plus 400. So that's kind of where I'd look. We'll move on. Cash the under in this game last night. Let's get into it. Minnesota and Kansas City. We have the Twins as minus 125 road favorites with a total of 8 in this game. Bailey Ober taking on Alec Marsh. Line opening up at a 135, minus one, and now it's minus 133 for Minnesota. So we have a 2-cent line movement here towards KC. Line opened up at an 8 at minus 110. It's now an 8 at minus 119. So we've been moved towards this over here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow. 76% of tickets, 85% of the cash is on the over. Line's moving towards the over. I honestly don't hate that market for an over. Because it's not 99 and 99 or 95 and 99 or something like that. 76 and 85, I'm okay with overs. So that's fine there. 66% of tickets and 60% of tickets, 66% of cash on the Twins. Lions move 2 cents towards the Royals in this one here. Bailey Ober, Alec Marsh. Overs kind of regressed a little bit as of late. 5.19 ERA, 1.19 whip. 9.35 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%, 3.46 walks per nine, a 2.43 BABIP, a 4.26 FIP, and a 4.27 SIERA. On the flip side, Alec Marsh, 4.66 ERA, 1.14 whip, 6.52 strikeouts per nine, which is 18%, a 1.86 walks per nine, a 2.31 BABIP, a 7.01 FIP, and a 4.57 SIERA. The bullpen edge does go towards the Twins. The hitting edge does go towards the Royals. 102 WRC plus, which is 18th, compared to 96, which is 22nd. This is over or nothing for me if I'm looking to back this game. I don't think I am, but it would be over or nothing, and I think KC is a little bit of a live dog in this game.
I did grab Kansas City once again as a dog at home. I'm cool. I like this Kansas City team. They got me the win. Finally got a win yesterday. Now they've won 2 in a row after losing a bunch in a row. I do think this Royals team is going to eventually get hot again and kind of solidify their playoff spot. I mean, they kind of already solidified it in general, but I think they solidified even more. I like this Kansas City team. There's just not really much that I don't like. They're a young team that their pitching has been good this year. Their offense has been great, and they've got probably the second best player in the American League on their team in Bobby Witt. So I like this Kansas City Royal team. I'm going to keep riding them.
Good luck. I'm staying off the game, but I lean over. I don't know if I trust Alec Marsh.
Okay, Big Talker Earle. I just put 50 on Northern Illinois money line plus 2,000.
I just said plus 28. I think they put a scare into them. They lose by a touchdown or 10 points, but they cover 28.
Wow, this line says so much. Twins minus 130. I don't think so. Twins, Kansas City. Yeah, I'm at work being super productive, LOL, but I won't be able to bet any more college football today until around 7:30. Fair.
Gotcha.
I think the Royals take this one. The Twins have so many injuries, like 7 huge role players, Kepler and Joe Ryan.
Yeah, they've been hit with the injury bug, and it feels like that's them every year.
Correct. How are the Rangers a minus 140 favorite with Leiter, with Anderson has a 2.26 ERA and a 1.08 whip on the road. Rangers are 15-22 versus lefties, also for what it's worth.
I'm very interested in the injuries.
They're at home. That's the only reason I can really come up with. You give one too, Tim. Fun team, 3-teamer. And it has to be. Does it have to be later, or can it just be a 3-teamer in general?
7. You said 7 or later.
7 or later. Okay. Let's start it off with Alabama minus 31. Let's go to Wake Forest and Tennessee. You can even add Nebraska if you want to. There you go. Time to start winning for the Royals. Yes. Do you know I used to think you guys were making fun of this? No, we were making fun of them. No, we were 100%. Let's keep on rolling, Nick. We got 5 MLB games left.
Yeah, and we were talking about this one a minute ago. I've already moved on this one. I'm on the White Sox at plus 160 in this game. Let's get into it. In this game, we have Cooper Criswell and Garrett Crochet. In this one, line opened up at a 200. It's down to a 182. Line opened up at a 9 at minus 110. It's now an 8.5 at minus 110. So we have a move towards the under, and we have a move towards the White Sox, expecting Garrett Crochet to pitch well. 66% of the tickets and 53% of the cash on the over, with the line moving towards the under. 90% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Red Sox, with the line moving towards the White Sox here in this one. Garrett Crochet, Cooper Criswell. Crochet has not been great as of late. 7.24 ERA, 1.54 WHIP, 17.12 strikeouts per 9, which is 43%. He's striking out a ton of batters. But 0.66 walks per 9, a 5.17 BABIP, a 4.36 FIP, and a 1.60 SIERA. They are limiting him. Is one thing I have noticed. He has not been going deep into starts. He went 3 1/3 in his last start against the Mets, 4 innings against the Giants, 4 innings against the Astros. But when you look at it here, the bullpen edge goes to, get this, Tim, the White Sox in this game. The Red Sox have been the worst bullpen in baseball since the trade deadline. They've been the worst, and it's been crazy how bad they've been. And then as for the hitting edge, it goes to, you guessed it, the White Sox. 92 WRC plus, which is 25th against righties, which isn't good. But when you look at the Red Sox and what they did against lefties, 49 WRC plus, which is dead last in baseball. This is the worst team hitting against lefties in baseball. And they're going up against Garrett Crochet, which I think is going to give 4 shutout innings. And then I'm getting a bullpen edge with the White Sox team. And I'm getting a hitting edge with the White Sox team. And I'm getting plus 160 for it. I get it. The White Sox are 102 and 32 and 110. They're the worst team in baseball. They're the worst team in modern baseball history. They're going to win today, though. And I'm going to take them at plus 160 in this game.
Yeah, I have no real interest in this game. I don't want to come anywhere near the White Sox. They've won 5 games since the All-Star break. Mm-hmm. So, no, it's not a team I want to back. Go ahead, have fun. If you want to back them, Nick, I think the best way for you to do it is first 5. I don't think I'd ever touch a full game with the White Sox today. But
why not?
I have zero interest in it.
This Red Sox bullpen is worse than the White Sox.
Yeah, but it's still the White Sox.
It is.
No, they're not a cash cow.
No.
Over 8.5. White Sox first 5. Later on.
I'm tempting on doubling up on the White Sox. I am.
Later on, don't sleep on Kings Road and Zabo in race 3 of Del Mar. There you go. Happy Crochet Day, Nerfy, and the White Sox.
I would like to add their first 5.
What do you guys think will be the biggest upset in the NFL tomorrow?
On odds-wise?
Carolina.
Odds-wise, it'll be when
Carolina or the Rams.
I think Carolina beats New Orleans. I can look at Tennessee as well to win outright. So that would be the 2 I would say is Tennessee and Carolina.
Carolina and LA.
LA.
Yeah. Nick, did you buy that shirt on the 1970s shop?
No. It was a giveaway at an ECU basketball game.
Okay. Crochet due for a gem. Trusting White Sox bullpen is so difficult. Panthers money line. There you go. 2 plays for the Cardinals money line so far. Cardinals money line and the Illinois plus 5.5.
I am on Illinois in that game.
You guys taking the wives to the ECU game? Double date. It's in Old Dominion. So no.
Yeah, no.
A lot of people betting the Panthers tomorrow. Oh, we'll know Bailey's on the opposite side.
Well, with that though, The line's gone from 5 down to 4. So it's crossed into that dog wins outright betting market.
There you go. So take +4 Carolina.
Yes,
Yeah,
I took Carolina already.
White Sox first 5 only. I like the Rams too. Yeah, I like the Rams tomorrow.
Wow.
Got 4 baseball games, Nick.
Yeah. I'm going to add the White Sox first 5 at +125. I think that's absolutely crazy that it's a 40-cent difference between first 5 and full game. But I'm going to double up on the White Sox here. I'm going to be on them first 5 +125 in this game, as well as the full game +160. Everything correlates for me with this White Sox spot. And usually I double up on White Sox when they're when it's the -300 fade. This one's a voluntary double up on them. Seattle Mariners and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Mariners -120 favorites, total of 7 in this game. Let's take a look at this spot where we have the Mariners -120, total of 7 yesterday. The market said the Mariners were going to win yesterday, and I don't know why I didn't bet them, personally. That was annoying. But this line opened up at a -120. It's a 123. Line opened up at a 7.5 at even money. It's down to a 7. So move towards the under and move towards the Mariners, expecting George Kirby to pitch well. Right? It's George Kirby. Logan Gilbert. Expecting Logan Gilbert to pitch well against Kyle Gibson. Don't hate that look. 69% of the tickets, nice, and 64% of the cash is on the Mariners in this game. 78% of the tickets and 76% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line's gone from a 7.5 down to a 7 in this spot. Looking at the pitching matchup here, we have Logan Gilbert with a 3.9 ERA, a .97 whip, 11.4 strikeouts per nine, which is 32%. 1.8 walks per nine, a 2.84 BABIP, a 2.12 FIP, and a 2.80 SIERA. On the flip side, Gibson, a 5.93 ERA, 1.50 whip, 8.23 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%. 2.96 walks per nine, a 3.38 BABIP, a 4.83 FIP, and a 4.15 SIERA. The bullpen edge goes towards the Cardinals. The hitting edge goes towards the Mariners, 113 WRC plus, which is 9th, compared to 108, which is 12th. For me in this game, I kind of lean Mariners in this spot. It would be Mariners first 5, I think, in this game. I want to take a look at what that number is because wow. Okay, never mind then. It's 145 first 5, and it's 125 full game. I think that tells you that they think they're live first 5, not as much full game. Or the bigger edge on the Mariners is in the first 5 innings with Gilbert and Gibson. So I lean Mariners in this game, not what I'm getting involved with.
I'll be on the Mariners today. Sorry. I know I missed out on it yesterday, and I feel foolish for going and betting St. Louis on the run line yesterday. But I took a shot, and it is what it is. I'm gonna go with the Mariners and Logan Gilbert. I'm big on Logan Gilbert. He has had a good year, 3.19 ERA. He's been pretty solid, although kind of rough in his starts. In his last 9 starts, they've won 1 of his starts. So not exactly the best. It's just showing you that Seattle wasn't really scoring. Still going to grab him here. I took the Mariners here in this one. I got -125.
Fair. Not a game I'm getting involved with. And yes, it would be money line, not run line for the Mariners because it's a reasonable price and it's a low variance game. I think under 2. It'd be an under or nothing.
That's fair. Where did we leave off?
Drewski saying he likes the Rams.
Go ahead, sorry. I'll let you read for a minute.
Oh, okay. How about the line movement in this Army FAU game? Army from +135 to -110 now. Yeah, I was looking at Army a little bit, and I think I had Army written down and crossed it out, if I'm not mistaken. No, I had Navy written down and crossed them out. So that was one of the spots that I had written down that I didn't end up moving on. For that. The ones that end up on a cutting room floor for me were Syracuse +3, Navy laying in the points, UMass plus the points, Texas State, Ole Miss, and the over in the Bama game, as well as NC State and Western Michigan, were the ones that were left on the cutting room floor for me personally. So I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. It was Navy instead. Mariners were the one team that come through for me yesterday. There you go. It's my Saints taking a good old division under because it'll be an ugly game. It's going to be a rough year for the New Orleans Saints. I think there's value in the Saints to have the worst record in football this year. I am that low on them. Derek Carr is bad. That offense is going to struggle, and they are pressed so far up against the cap that if they lose the first few weeks, they are going to just like tear it down and rebuild type of thing, because they've had a few big investments that have not gone their way and things along those lines, to where the Saints are going to be a bad football team this year. And it's going to start with the Panthers, who won 2 games last year to win it outright and against them there. Morning, what's good, Beheadity? Mariners are kind of good lately. That being said, Cards. Fair. Tim, I didn't catch the beginning of the show. Do you like the Orioles with Eflin? I know you're biased. Good answer, Tim.
I like
please.
You got a little stutter. Oh, it froze for a minute.
Okay, I got you. Alrighty then. Please need 3 solid picks for a parlay. I would go with now plays that I really like. I mean, I think you can look into the CFL, grab Elks money line, Bombers money line, and then you can tag that along with like Clemson money line or something like that. Pay out decent. Seattle money line, time for the start winning games. Yeah. Tim only likes the Orioles every day. Yeah. Is Logan Gilbert good anymore? Lost 4 in a row. He struggles on the road, if I'm not mistaken. There, because every pitcher for the Mariners struggles on the road. Cards money line. Dodgers and Tigers screwed me yesterday. Yeah, I was on Cleveland. And I stayed off that Tiger game. Umpire gave Morales bias with A's. Chris Taylor sucks. Fair. I knew the Dodgers were going to lose last night after the Eagles won. Everyone and their moms said they would parlay the Dodgers with the Eagles pick. See, I would have parlayed the Eagles with the Phillies. I would have gone Philly on that one there. Old men of St. Louis can't hit hard throwers. I got Seattle plus Gibson sucks. Yeah, I see Seattle in this game a little bit. Not moving on it though. I took the A's. Only took me till 2 a.m. to sweat out that plus 149. There you go. Lucky you. Congratulations. Dave Roberts sucks more. A 12-year-old can coach this Dodgers lineup better. Like, you have the best roster in baseball. So, yeah. Schwellenbach. We will talk about Spencer Schwellenbach. Didn't I have over the Dodgers lost last night? No. I didn't wake up to them winning. No. Because I don't do that. I mean, no. But it was nice to see them lose. Dave Roberts don't know how to managing coach of the team are all Sharps loves Schwellenbach. I don't. We'll see. Announce retirement. There you go. I like the Jays today. We will get into that in a little bit. That game, I was kind of looking at that one there. Thank you, Nick. Not a problem. No way Bryce wins in New Orleans. Show me to believe it. Fair. My biggest futures bet this year in the NFL is the Carolina Panthers over 5.5 wins at minus 115. And I put half a unit on them to win the division at 11-1. I think the Panthers are the last to first team this year, especially with that division. Because I'm very, very low on the Saints. The Buccaneers are hit or miss. And the Falcons, do we trust them as that overwhelming of a favorite to win that division? No, why Roberts put out, yeah. I don't know. I didn't watch the game, but yeah. I think the Orioles have won all of Eflin's starts. Yes, they have. Shout out to Robert with the $4.99 dono. Thanks, homies. Your hard work does not go in. I wanted to say unnoticed. We appreciate it, Robert. We appreciate it there. We'll move on. Where Schwellenbach was brought up. Let's talk some Spencer Schwellenbach taking on Jose Barrios. Well, I believe the last matchup for Schwellenbach, no, was that 2 games ago that he pitched? I think it was 2 games ago that he pitched against Minnesota. It was Schwellenbach versus Simeon Woods Richardson. It was the most letters on the back of a jersey in a pitching matchup in MLB history. There you go. There's your useless fact for that game there. That line opened up at a 164. It's down to a 157 for Atlanta. So the line's moving towards the Jays. Line opened up at an 8 at even money. It's now an 8 at minus 115. So move towards the under here as well. Doesn't surprise me. Move towards the under. The Braves are the best under team in baseball. And their starters, I believe, have gone 20-something straight games of allowing 3 or less. We have 88% of the tickets and 64% of the cash is on the Braves, and the line's moving towards the Jays. 55 and 55 is on the over, the line dropping towards the under. Now, for me, I can easily be like, yeah, I want to go right back to the under. I cashed it yesterday. That was my favorite play of the day, was that under in the Braves game. And the Braves have been such a good under team that, yeah, I would advocate for another under in this game. The lines are suggesting it. The market's suggesting it. I think I want to look more at a side in this game, though, because we have 12% of the tickets and 36% of the cash is on the Blue Jays. Get the lines moving towards them. Let's get into it here. One of the most profitable pitchers in baseball here, Tim. Jose Barrios. 1.56 ERA, 0.87 whip. 8.05 strikeouts per nine, which is 24%. 1.3 walks per nine, a 242 BABIP, a 304 FIP, and a 3.45 CR. On the flip side, Schwellenbach, 2.89 ERA, 1.14 whip. 10.93 strikeouts per nine, which is 30%, 2.89 walks per nine, a 314 BABIP, a 2.29 FIP, and a 3.35 CR. The bullpen edge goes towards the Braves. The hitting edge goes towards the Blue Jays, though. 130 WRC plus, which is second in baseball, compared to 104, which is 14th. The Blue Jays are hitting right now. Now, I was on the under yesterday, and it was because the Blue Jays struggle against lefties. They don't struggle against righties, though, and that's exactly what we're getting with Schwellenbach here. As much as I would love to go right back to an under, I do lean strongly towards the under in this game. I think the Blue Jays are worth the look. And the ultimate question for me is this first 5 or is this full game with the Blue Jays? Because I still don't trust their bullpen, but they have a nice little hitting advantage here. And this Blue Jays team, since they've started playing their young guys, have been really good hitting-wise. And the difference between the first 5 and the full game is about 10 cents. I'm going to take the first 5 here. It opened up at a 160 for Atlanta, down to a 156. Give me the Jays in the first 5 innings here in this one.
It's gross, but I did take the Jays. And normally I don't bet Jays games, but it's hard to ignore that one of my favorite stats is most profitable pitcher, and I took Trevor Rogers out of it. Number 1 is Jose Barrios. Number 2 is Sean Manaea, so there you go. And then Bibby and Imagana are the next 2. It's gross. It's my smallest play of the day. I got the Toronto Blue Jays, Nick.
I like it.
I don't love it. I do not love it, but I am on them today.
Yeah, I'm taking them only first 5, and I'm getting plus 130 for it.
There you go. Are the Cowboys still a dog? Yes, they are still a dog.
Yes. And they're a very public one, too.
There you go. Off topic, are you guys on Burns for UFC? Seems like all my social feed are spammed with this dude's money line. I will tell you, I am on nothing in the UFC because I don't bet the UFC. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but I don't bet it. And in fairness to the Earls, some of the comments have awful grammar, so it's hard to read. Man, I wonder who has the worst grammar. 446. Jays money line, the over. Nerfy should be good in this one with the Jays and the Rays. Jays and the Braves, sorry. Jays first 5. Barrios on the road shoves. I like that. Cowboys are the biggest public dog tomorrow. I'm taking the Browns. There. Barrios' last outing was awful. Oh, fun, useless, exploitative. When they mentioned that in his last start, just taking the nerfy long letter guys is another one of my favorite nerfy guys. Huh. Braves clobber today. Yup. Under. Both teams can't hit. Scooble is nasty luck for the Cy Young, right? Yeah, he's got it.
Who else is competing?
Braves are a lock. Okay. My upset parlay. White Sox, Royals, Blue Jays. I like
it. I like that a lot.
I hope you win that parlay. Yeah, Tim, welcome to. What a winning organization the Braves are. Okay, that's what I mean. Everyone's hopping up on the Jays. No, not at all. I don't see that at all. Got the Browns to win the division. I got the Ravens still. If Tim is on the Blue Jays, I'm going the opposite. Yeah, I know. I probably just completely screwed over the Blue Jays today, but I'm betting them, so they're going to lose. Welcome to the dark side. Jays up. Yeah, I don't like it very much. Timothy betting the Jays. What's new? I don't bet them often at all. May go double down on that double down on my Jays first 5. My English sucks. Sorry, I need to go back to school. So most of us. Smashing the Braves. Minus 157. Have fun. So run, right. Back to school. Check it. Got it. I'm on Brady in the UFC. Burns will retire tonight. One of my favorite system plays is called low-hanging fruit. Find the best play that seems obvious and bet against it. Yeah, I kind of do the same thing. Texas, Michigan under first half. Won't talk you off of that. The Jays pecked. Tim pecked the Jays. Ha. Let's keep on rolling because we got 2 games left, Nick.
Yeah, and we got football kicking off here too. So I'll keep an eye on some football scores because we do have kickoff in all the noon games. So there's that. But we'll move on. I did move on this game last night for the for rapid fire. This line opened up at a minus 145. It's down to a 143. Line opened up at a 7 at minus 110 on both sides. It's now a 7 at minus 112. Let's take a look at the market. 66% of the tickets, 76% of the cash on the over. The line moving towards the under slightly. 86% of the tickets, 69% of the cash. Nice is on the Padres, and the line moving towards the Giants slightly in this game. I think the Giants are kind of live in this game a little bit, but I looked at the total. Not the side. Logan Webb, 3.48 ERA, 0.89 whip, 7.75 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 1.34 walks per 9, a 237 BABIP, a 307 FIP, and a 305 SIERA. On the flip side, Dylan Cease, 4.61 ERA, 1.57 whip, 8.89 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 4.94 walks per 9, a 325 BABIP, a 3.81 FIP, and a 4.65 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Padres. Hitting edge goes towards the Padres as well, 121 WRC plus, which is 5th, compared to 85, which is 28th. I would lean towards the Giants in the first 5 as a side in this game. I moved on the under at 7 yesterday for my total for rapid fire. I did the White Sox as my side and the under in this game as my total. I unfortunately got it at minus 120, so the line's kind of moved against me a little bit. But I am on the under in this game. Giants, Padres under.
Oh, I just looked at this game because I don't know why, but I didn't see it last night. This kind of seems like an interesting play, Nick, because you get Dylan Cease and Logan Webb. There's no way this game goes over, right? I feel like this is kind of the too easy under game.
Of course it is. I bet the
No. I would have said it even without you betting it, because you got 2 big pitchers. I don't know. I'm probably just gonna stay off of it, but this just seems like the too easy under game to me, Nick. I'm gonna pass, but to look that way.
Does make me a little bit nervous, but yeah.
Like the under in the Brewers game. Under in the Braves game. Total over in the Padres game. I kind of lean that way. The most obvious nerfy ends up a Yerfy. I can see that too. Look, you want to take the Giants, but they suck. Padres odds too much low for money line. It's a trap. I could see that. I kind of want to lean towards the Giants. Padres smash. Penn State losing. Penn State's already losing.
Touchdown Bowling Green.
Wow, that's a great start to my minus 34.5. I think it's an over. Trap, it's over. Webb having issues with weight. I kind of like the over.
Army touchdown for that game.
Both these pitchers are actually regressing. Giants money line. Logan Webb day, even though he screwed him. Okay. Final MLB game of the day, and then I have to go do research on this WNBA game now.
Yep. We have the LA Dodgers and the Cleveland Guardians in this game here. I have this game as Gavin Williams, and I had Gavin Stone listed last night.
It's not Gavin.
It's Alex. Is it Alex Cobb or is it Gavin Williams?
I see Cobb.
Okay. My live odds page has Gavin Williams in red, which means that Cobb was probably scratched, and it's Gavin Williams now. So that's why this line has been like off the book a little bit here, I think, this morning. It opened up at 155. It stayed there, 8.5. I have it. Let me switch it to Gavin Williams. I think it's Gavin Stone, if I'm not mistaken, for the for the Dodgers here. So we have a battle of the Gavins, and I think Williams has pitched a lot better as of late. 4.10 ERA, 1.06 whip, 8.54 strikeouts per nine, which is 23%. 3.42 walks per nine, a 217 BABIP, a 402 FIP, and a 4.24 SIERA. Gavin Stone's look decent. 3.14 ERA, 0.87 whip, 9.1 strikeouts per nine, which is 26%. 1.88 walks per nine, a 203 BABIP, a 4.16 FIP, and a 3.39 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards the Guardians. Hitting edge does go towards the Dodgers, 120 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 92, which is 24th. It's Guardian. I'm going right back to the Guardians here. I think the Guardians overall, I love this. I like the Dodger fade this series because the Guardians are an actual competent team that can beat the Dodgers, I think. And I'm getting at his best what could be the ace of the staff in Gavin Williams. So I'm going to move on them here. I'm getting +1, looks like +130 here with the with these what do you call it?
I'm staying off this game. With the line movement or the pitching change, it's just gonna keep me off this game. I don't really bet Dodger games to begin with, so I didn't feel the need to get involved. I hope your Guardians win, but I'm not really too interested in going after it.
Fair.
Padres bullpen is taxed. Guardians win. Gavin Williams, Penn State losing and still laying 27.5. Let's go bowling live bet. Penn State is on the board, and so is Syracuse. Gavin Williams and Robleski, not Cobb.
Robleski? Oh, I love it even more if it's Robleski.
Indians money line. Gavin Stone is injured.
Oh, he got hurt. Okay.
Dodgers money line tonight? No. Stone's on the 15-day IL. Dodgers smash tonight. Cleveland wins the series tomorrow. Dodgers own righties. Okay. Battle of the Gavins. It's not.
Nope. It's not Stone. I apologize. I didn't know he got hurt.
Yeah. Over 9. Guardians winning. One Gavin is going to lose. Yeah, one of them's injured, so Gavin Stone's hurt. Look it up. Just trying to help. Yeah, we see it. Fun fact, Gavin Lux is over 600 average versus righty since the All-Star break. There you go. We love Gavin Williams. Guardians winning. Cleveland money line. Their bats are hot. Quan hits Ramirez. Hit Parley. Who you got on the WNBA day? We're going to look at it.
We will talk about that next.
I'm on absolutely nothing. Woboski sucks. All Guardians over 9. Stone isn't injured really. Dodgers cannot keep a pitcher healthy. Yeah, they cannot. By the way, maybe the Earls versus girls gets more views if all 4 of you are in the video. LOL. I'm all for trash talk if you guys want to go against each other. We're not going to be doing them on video per their request. Syracuse touchdown on Georgia Tech. Yes.
Love it. Got that over. So
all right, Nick, WNBA game.
Yeah. So we split out. We both split out on WNBA yesterday. Nope, wrong one. There we go. We both split out. I don't bet the WNBA often, and I like being able to talk them out. So we have the Seattle Storm taking on the Phoenix Mercury in this game. The line opened up with the Storm as 4.5-point favorites, 1 to a 5, now a 5.5, up to a 6. Now we're seeing 6.5. So a pretty decent move towards the Mercury here. No, towards the Storm here. Line opened up at a 163. It's up to a 164.5 now, so it's a move towards the over here as well. No cash flow on this total. 66% of the tickets are on the Storm on the spread. Let's take a look at what they have done as of late, where we have this game. We have Phoenix coming in off of a blowout loss against the Washington Mystics. They lose as 5.5-point favorites, 90-77. So they lose by 13 points as 5.5-point favorites. Maybe this is a bounce back spot for the Mercury, but this is a really good team at home in the Seattle Storm coming in off of a road trip. They did play 2 days ago in New York, and they lost 77-70. They covered as 8-point favorites, had them in that game. We talked over that on the show a couple days ago. For me, and this line continues to climb. I'm seeing 7.5s out there too. At 5, I would have been more interested in the Storm. Up at 6.5, 7, 7.5, not as much. And I think this is probably an over or nothing type of game for me. The Mercury have been actually a little bit more of an under team. Both these teams have kind of split. So overall, it would be a lean towards the Storm for me if I'm betting the side, but I don't like it at 7. And it's a lean towards the over for me as well.
Yeah, I'm not going after this game. Line movements just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I with everything going on today, I didn't even look at the WNBA. So no real interest in this one for me, Nick.
That's fair. I just like to talk it over. If I do land on a spot, then that's great. If not, then it is what it is. We have other games to cap tomorrow.
Cool. Wow, Stone injured. My God. Yeah. Oh, what a shame. The bragging rights would be hilarious once the NFL season ends. We'll see when we get there. The Mercury suck ass. Let's go under. Both these teams in general are garbage. There you go. That is all the games for today. Once again, we're going to kind of keep trying to push you guys towards CapperTek, because if you guys want all of our plays that I have for today, they're all over the CapperTek. Just make an account, follow me on there, and you get a week's worth of plays for free. And then we can work out deals and stuff after the week is over. But if you guys want to recap and everything, that's where you can find all of that. Shout out to my 7 followers on CapperTek. Trying to grow that over there. So go create an account over on CapperTek, and the link to that's in the description. So just go ahead and check that out. Gamecocks. I know Nick likes the Gamecocks. I didn't touch that game. You took the Green Wave. I'm on Kansas State.
Oh, I'm on the Wave. I got him at 8.5 though.
I got 9.5. So one of us is gonna lose. It is what it is. And then Storm moneyline, Lloyd plus points, easy rebound, Skylar assist. Good luck to you. I don't do player props, especially not in the WNBA. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Good luck, everybody, today. Big day today. Let's make some money. Peace out, guys.